Hello and welcome back to the Beer League Drake Maye podcast. Drake Maye. Gary, these beers are talking to me. They're running their damn mouths. They're saying Drake Maye.
You gotta listen to Drake Maye. Sounds like you gotta listen to him, man.
To all a good night. About 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. I got my boy Beery Carey with me.
That's me.
No Beerly Zach tonight, but we got some good tunes, don't we? Check it out.
We do. We're just dancing.
If it wasn't obvious, the boys have been on trying to figure out the Restream software as well as fitting some drinks in before the podcast starts. I'm not the best guy with this kind of thing, but I'm going to assume we're live on YouTube, live on Twitter. So if you're tapping in with us on YouTube/Twitter, hello, good night, good morning, happy December, happy Christmas. I think it's Hanukkah time. I don't know. I'm not a Hanukkah celebrator, but I think it is around Hanukkah time. So if you're celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. If you're just celebrating having a good day, happy good day. And if you're celebrating being a Patriots fan, congratulations on Drake Maye.
I know. Imagine not having Drake Maye. Any team that doesn't have Drake Maye, I feel bad for you.
We wish you a
Merry Drake Maye.
We
wish you a Merry May Miss. We wish you a Merry May Miss.
And a
happy May year.
May.
That was beautiful, honestly.
Enough of that nonsense. Carey, welcome back. How we doing? How's life? What are we drinking?
I was doing pretty good, man. And then, I got 3 new different beers to try at Total Wine today. And I was really excited for this one I got tonight because, I wanted to get something in the holiday season because, we got Christmas in 2 days, New Year's, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. And, I'm very underwhelmed because I was told a lie by this company. They promised something different than what I got. And I'm embarrassed to say, I get a Candy Cane Nitro from Left Hand Brewing Company. It is an Imperial Peppermint Milk Stout. And you know what, Trevor? I am about 2/3 of the way done with this. I haven't tasted a sip of peppermint in this.
Really?
It just tastes like a milky IPA. There is not even a hint of peppermint. There's more peppermint on the background of our screen right now than in this drink.
To be fair, there is a decent amount of peppermint candy cane on the back of our screen right now, but I hear you loud and clear.
Some of these drinks, you at least get a little hint of it. I don't taste it anywhere. I taste like a milky flavor, but there's no peppermint. It's just throw a candy cane in there, something.
You getting any coffee out of that?
Yeah, it's like...
Because I know stouts are coffee-ish.
They are. It tastes like coffee-ish. And from our hand to yours, yeah, how about some peppermint in this, guys? Left Hand Brewing Company, screw you guys. I'm not happy with it at all. I'm going to go to Longmont, Colorado tonight, show up at this place's Christmas party, and I'm going to scream obscenities at the CEO.
Okay, I might be down. I might be down to help you out. I think there will be a few more drinks consumed by the end of this episode. So
sounds fun.
Be down to hop on a flight. I've only been to Colorado once. My older sister lives out there, so maybe we could just stay with her after. Maybe she could bail us out of jail.
That's a good idea. I like that. For the
first. But that's good though, man. Glad to hear you're doing well. Besides the beer that doesn't taste like what you thought. Do you have more of those, or do you have other beers after that? Different.
It's a 4. I'm just gonna do I might do a couple of the. I had one earlier of the mimosa ones I had last week, but I got a 4-pack of these, so they're seasonal. I want to get through them. These are pretty strong. It's 9.5%. For one of these big boys.
Wow. I actually have a 9.5% as well.
Oh, really? That's fun.
A little disappointing here. It's like the 3rd episode in a row.
The little monkey guy.
But I promise, I Beerly Carey guarantee that next episode I will have something new, something fun, something exciting.
Do you have a Total Wine by you?
Yeah, I do. I drove by one yesterday.
They have so many options. It's kind of overwhelming how many options there are.
That's when, remember, your parents had me get you
Oh yeah, you went there.
$100 worth of beer. That's where I went. I went to that singles aisle, and I filled up the cart, man.
There's so many options.
And a lot of them were like less than like $3 or $4. So like I was able, I'm pretty sure like they gave me $100, and I'm pretty sure I got you like close to like 90 beers.
They're not too expensive. Like I got like three. I think they were all 6-pack. This one is 4, but it was taller. And then 2 6-pack. It was like I had a gift card there. I think it was like $30 for 3 of those to try three different, and they were all like 8-9%. So I'll take it.
Oh, okay. My boy's gonna be sauced.
Which I'm excited. Give a little shout out. One of our listeners, Davey Pro. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Prosciato. I don't know. It's Italian.
Oh, the guy from Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, he said he'd be sending us some Jersey beers to try at some point. So shout out when we get those. We'll try those on the air.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, excited to get some Jersey beers.
Dave, appreciate you. Listen, Dave.
Oh, we just spill this everywhere.
We're kind of split apart, Dave. But I think since Zach is not here tonight, it's only fair to send it to either me or Carrie, because we only live 2 hours apart, so we could share it. Zach kind of lives up in Georgia, so I don't know when we're going to be able to hook Zach up. But besides that, Carrie, as you clean up the spilled, you probably spilled all the peppermint flavor out right there.
Yeah, it was all at the bottom.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Do you had any fun plans for Christmas? You doing anything fun, or are we just kind of relaxing, kicking back?
Nothing too crazy. Going to church, seeing my parents. I think we're getting barbecue for Christmas.
No, I mean, hey, it ain't about the food, It ain't about the food. It's about the
I'd rather take barbecue over I'm not a big ham or turkey or the smoked meat thing, so I'd rather have brisket or something like that for a holiday.
Yeah. Brisket's good, man.
It's good. What about you?
So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna work overnight tonight. I actually am going to work after this, sipping some beers. So if you're in North Miami, stay off the roads for the next 2 hours. I'm just kidding. I live.
He's not.
I live about 10 minutes away from my work, and I got a moped. I got an electric scooter, and I'm pretty sure you're allowed to drive those after drinking. You're probably not, but we're gonna figure it out one way or the other. Are we live right now?
We have been live for the last 7 minutes and 47 seconds, sir.
Okay, so 7:47 is Mojo.
7:47.
47s. Everything's 47 nowadays. But besides that, man, I mean, work's been going. I've been working a lot. I have been working a lot. My job is not too hard, but I mean, work's been going pretty well. I was very nervous. I asked my boss for more money this week, and I sent out a long text. I was very nervous when I sent it, and he just responded back, yes. So that was all for nothing. Besides that, arguing with my stupid ass ex-girlfriend as well. But how do you get over that? You crack a brew, you sit back with your boy, you chat it up, you talk about football, you talk about whatever comes to mind. And I'm excited to be here.
What comes to mind? I'm getting scared, Trevor.
Yeah.
I've talked about this bet a couple times this season. I did a season-long bet. Drake May, Travis Kelce, Caleb Williams all hit. I need one more passing touchdown from Bo Nix. But Josh Allen, I need 3 more passing TDs in 2 weeks. He had 0 against the Browns. I'm scared. Josh Allen, please don't let me down. I want $1,000. Please don't sell me Josh Allen. Please.
Kerry, I'm really surprised, and I kind of like to get to the bottom of it, because I am not a Josh Allen hater, but I've been called a Josh Allen hater.
You have.
I'm a Bucks fan. I have no real reason to hate on Josh Allen, but you do, and you don't. So I'm wondering why.
What? Why don't hate on him?
Why not only that you don't hate on him, but I feel like you love him a little too much, man.
Do I?
For
He's
a
an elite
division rival. Yeah.
He's an elite quarterback.
But I feel like there's a lot more than that. Like, the average person feels a way about Josh
Bills fans
Allen.
are annoying. Bills fans have been very annoying lately on Twitter.
You're a division rival, man. So I don't know.
We weren't rivals for the last few years. We were the sad little boys that sat in the cellar. Man.
The Saints, I hate the Saints. The Falcons, I got nothing. I got nothing like great to say. I don't wish the Falcons well ever. I don't really hate Carolina like that because they're usually not a threat. But like, I have no like well wishes for um for Carolina, for any team in my division. But it kind of seems like you love the guy Josh Allen. Okay,
No,
so I
I
see that
love
we
the
are able
guy.
to. Okay, so I was able to find all the comments, all the streams, and they're all about drinking and driving.
This is
So,
America.
so I was kind of under the impression that this wasn't live and that it would be posted after. Um, maybe I'll just call an Uber. Maybe I should Uber to work.
I like
Twin,
Mike. That's a solid last name right there. Oxman.
Oxmail.
It sounds like a strong individual right there.
Carrie, let me ask you something, and I feel like I already know the answer for this. Also, Sherpy, my guy Sherp, I appreciate you pulling up. I got my wrist up. Sherpy is him. Sherp is absolutely him. Sherp is my guy. I appreciate you pulling up, Sherp. Tell Punky I said hello. But Carrie, you ever had oxtail? And I feel like the answer is no.
No, that's like a meat, right?
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Never had oxtail. I feel like I've heard of it, but never tried
It's
it.
the tail of an ox.
Yeah, I've never eaten ox before.
If you had to eat the tail of an animal, what would it be? What animal?
A human.
A furry?
No, probably like a chicken, man. They don't have tails, do they?
Oh, that's
no. How about
right
like
there.
how about like a buffalo?
I feel like that would be pretty similar. And they're steamed, man. They're seasoned. You know,
Yeah, I kind of like
I've
that.
had it one time. So I
Maybe
feel
you
like
should make that twice. Maybe you should make that twice. I bet there's somebody out there for Christmas eating oxtail.
Oh, oxtail's very popular, man.
It's
Very
gotta
popular.
be, man.
Very popular. It's a delicacy. It's expensive, man. But I know I kind of get out there and explore a little more.
I'm gonna jump right into it, man.
Into what?
Wait,
I want to tell you something real quick.
Let's hear it.
It is the Christmas spirit. I want to talk a little bit about Christmas beforehand.
All right.
I would talk about Hanukkah, but I don't know much about Hanukkah.
I think it's over, right?
Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's over.
Well, I was in Publix yesterday, and there was just Hanukkah decorations up, which leads me to believe it's not over. But I don't know.
I think it just ended. I'm pretty sure.
That would make sense. We are in that point of the year where you go on your iPhone and the calendar, and like all the days are lit up. It's a lot of holidays.
It is.
Every day is some to celebrate, and we're celebrating tonight. But I want to know, Carrie, do you think you're on the naughty list, the nice list, and then if you got something you want to dive into, we could dive into that. But I just thought of this at the right time. I want you to give me 3 NFL players who are on the nice list and 3 NFL players who are on the naughty list.
Wow, that's a tough question.
But first of all, for yourself, are you on the nice list or are you on the naughty list? How have you been this? And be honest. All we can be is honest.
I feel like I'm on the naughty list, man. I feel like I've texted my ex-girlfriend too many times to be on the nice list.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't think you would answer that one either.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna let that slide. But that can't be the only thing that puts you on the naughty list. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm hovering, man. I don't know. It's pretty
Right
close.
in the middle, one way or the other.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Okay.
But obviously, dude, every year Travis Kelce naughty list. What a joke of a man.
But he hit your bet for you.
He did. He's also fallen off since then, but I don't care. He's on the naughty list. He sucks.
Who are the Chiefs starting tomorrow or 2 days
Chris
from
Olacotton. This Christmas schedule is awful. Like, it's terrible. I don't want to watch any of that, but I will because, I'm a football fan. But he's on the naughty list. Surprisingly, Christian McCaffrey's on the naughty list for me.
Wow.
Because last night I was going to hit a $350 bet and he missed his receiving yards by 10. So that's naughty for me. Third naughty, I'm going to go with... DK Metcalf, man. punched a fan in the face, and now I don't have him for my fantasy championship against Trevor next week. I need
And
to go
Trevor's
find
got
a
a
new
good
wide
team.
receiver because my guys are out there punching people.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep. And Trevor's got a good team, man. Trevor has a pretty good team.
Yeah, it's gonna. Me and Trevor is the battle of running backs versus receivers. Though Jonathan Taylor's kind of fallen off lately. JT and CMC, my running backs versus Trevor's Puka, Rashee Rice, AJ Brown, his endless amounts of receivers. It's gonna be a good game. I like it.
And man, I mean, I don't want to jinx it because I wouldn't be surprised if this player had 25. I also wouldn't be surprised if this player had 5. But lately, the guy who's really been putting me over the top the last 3 or 4 weeks has been Kyle Pitts, man.
And Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell too.
The one thing I'll say for you this week with Pitts is that London wasn't 100%, but he played last week. But now that he'll be 100% this week, London back might take a little bit away from Pitts. Is all.
We'll see. I mean, he's been hovering around 20 points. So if I got to take 12 or 13 one week, I think we still be okay.
Yeah,
still be okay.
All right.
What players you got on the nice list?
Of course, Drag May.
Hey.
Drag May.
Has
to be, bro. What a baller. Dude, here's a random one, but he's really balled out lately. And people were gonna drop him earlier in the fantasy, but RJ Harvey.
Oh yeah,
he's been really good lately. RJ Harvey on the nice list. And this one, shout out to Zach, man. I've hated on this man for years. But he's finally, lately, putting it together. Trevor Lawrence on the nice list. He's been balling the last couple of weeks.
With a name like Trevor, it's got to be good. You know what I mean? Carrie, I'm about to. Oh, was that your third or your second?
That was my third, sir.
Okay. Wait, who was it? Trevor,
Drake May, and RJ Harvey.
Harvey was the third one.
Harvey.
Okay. Let me give you a few real quick. Naughty list. I'm going Kevin Stefanski for sending out your starting quarterback with the wrong play sheet on his arm. That's inexcusable. That's ridiculous. And especially with as much stuff going on, all the eyes are on you. There's all this drama around whatever. So naughty list for Mr. Stefanski. Naughty list for, and I hate to do it. I really hate to do it because I hated on this guy a lot. I finally came around and I started liking him, started supporting him. Now I'm back off the train, unfortunately. And that is Todd Bowles. I think Todd Bowles is I think he's Brian Flores, but a little better. I think he's
no.
You don't think so?
I'll talk about Todd Bowles a little bit when we talk about the Bucs, but
I think Todd Bowles as a defensive coordinator, I think Todd Bowles would be a top 3, top 4 defensive coordinator in the league.
He's holding the Bucs back.
I agree, and I think all of his struggles are kind of on the offensive side of the ball. He's innovative, dude. He creates blitz packages. He creates coverages and schemes out of thin air. That's what Spagnuolo does. Dude. So that's kind of why I hold him in the same.
All right, let me talk about it now.
Go ahead.
I was ranting about this a bit on Sunday. You had a huge game against the Panthers. You have an insane receiving core, finally healthy for the first time this season. 4 very good receivers. Baker Mayfield's not 100%. The line is hurt. But if there is one game that Carolina wants to play, they want to control the clock, run the ball, and not be in a shootout. The Bowles, he said they would have to his whole game. They ran the ball 30-something times, and Bucky Irving had 20 carries for 70 yards. Why do you want to play the game that your opponent wants to play? Carolina is not a team that's going to beat you in a shootout. If Bryce Young is forced to throw, that's not how they're going to win. They're going to win by controlling the clock, running the ball with Dowdle and Hubbard, and controlling on defense. Why do you want to play the exact type of game that Carolina wanted to play? They deserve to lose that. It was a horrible game plan. And I have a weird feeling that the Bucs are going to lose to the Dolphins this week and be eliminated, but we'll see. But if they get to week 18 in Tampa, do not go run first. Mike Evans I think he had 2 targets in the first quarter. Didn't have a target till late in the third quarter again. Like, I don't know what the game plan was if they just don't think Baker's healthy enough to throw, but just ridiculous. Oh, man.
First of all, I would like for you to try to get tickets to that game from your cousin,
Bro wants to go.
but I haven't looked at the 1 o'clock slate, so I don't know how much we'll be missing. But let me give you my nice list. Nice list real quick. So my nice list, gonna start it off with.
He doesn't even know, man.
Honestly, I'm not really in the mood to put anybody on the nice list right now.
He can't even think of one.
Maybe I don't know. Anyways, what's next on the docket, man? I had a brain fart.
Right.
I'm trying to tweet something out real quick. So tell them what's next on the docket.
I want to talk some college ball, which I was talking about. There's no Smiths on this podcast tonight, so we won't talk about Miami too much. But we heard Trevor saying Miami was going to lose this game. The SEC's the real deal. Miami's not it. Miami came out. Their defense balled out. Their offense was not. Mark Fletcher had a great game. The kicker sucked, but Carson Beck didn't have to do anything passing game. But Miami, I didn't think A&M was good all season. They didn't beat anybody. They got shellacked by Texas. I don't know who was it? Skip Bayless or it might have been Cowher that was tweeting about Marcel Reed playing great. He looked terrible in that game. He missed so many throws and was like underthrowing so many guys. A&M they're so overrated. But what about Miami, Trevor?
So I was rooting for Texas A&M, and my biggest thing with them was the defense, right? Which, the defense looked good.
The defense did play well.
I didn't watch this game because it's noon, and on a Saturday. I do things on Saturday.
He does things on Saturday.
Like sleep. But, they had a good defense. My shout out to Miami for, sticking around, not making any insane, mistakes, shooting themselves in the foot. But, yeah, I am very intrigued to see, because I was unaware that there was so much time off. I'm intrigued to see how Ohio State looks after. Is this going to be 3 full weeks without playing football?
They're going to smoke them, man.
You think so?
It's Ohio State, man. I don't trust this Miami. The one prop that was wrong, I really thought Carson Beck was going to throw a pick. Instead, it was Reed that threw like 2. But, there's no way Carson Beck does not throw an interception against Ohio State defense. I do not trust Carson Beck when the game's on. He didn't even do anything in that game-winning drive. He handed off to Fletcher, I think, that entire go-ahead touchdown drive. The one behind the screen pass to Tony, but I do not
Tony
trust,
is insane, man.
I do not trust Carson Beck, especially against Ohio State. I don't think there's any way this game is close. I guess we'll be next to, so we'll preview all the 4 games next week, but I don't think there's any chance they win this game. Sorry, Smiths.
It's all good. I actually really don't want to talk about college at all tonight.
I do. The last thing I want to talk about, we had the James Madison game kind of ended up being closer than it was, but we had more blowouts. This needs to be fit. We need top 12. I saw somebody say, all right, top 12. If we had a game for the G5 between Tulane and between James Madison, that would have been a good game. We don't want to see them play Ole Miss. We don't want to see them play Oregon. We knew what was going to happen.
Got you. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Tulane and JMU for making it. Guy said LMAO losers go Canes.
Hey, they won. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
they won a playoff game, which they haven't in 20-plus years. So, good for them, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Want to talk NFL then?
I would love to. There was some stuff I saw on Reddit last night that I really wanted to bring up to you.
What were you looking at Reddit last night?
It's the NFL page on Reddit. There's always I try to see what the most trending things are, what gets the most comments, and then I'll usually try to tweet about it on our Twitter, and then we usually do tweet flops, does horrible. So So yeah, it is what it is. But one of the things I remember was the Niners. Ever since 1960, there's only been 6 teams who didn't punt in back-to-back games. Oddly enough, 3 of them were in the last 2 years, but the Niners in the last 2 games haven't punted. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Their offense is looking great. I mean, Kittle got hurt last night.
They're not as like loud and boisterous and like as like we've been grown accustomed to the Niners in the past few years. I attribute that to like Debo and Ayuk not being with the team anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So like those are two of like the more like popping guys. They run their mouths. I mean, I'm not even saying run their mouth.
You know what? The more I think about it, I think we're getting a Super Bowl appearance from somebody in the NFC West. Would you? One of those 3 teams.
I don't see the Seahawks getting there.
Yeah, I don't trust Darnold, but I feel like if it's gonna be either the Rams. I could see that if the Niners defense can hold up in the playoffs, I could see them making a run.
Oh, that reminds me of the.
And they could still get the 1 seed too.
What's that?
The Niners can still get the 1 seed.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see
So
that. They're 11-4, right? Shout out to Ted.
Yeah, 11-4.
Yeah, shout out to Ted.
And they get a big game though. Sunday Night Football against the Bears. Should be a good game.
Yeah, that should be a really Sunday Night Football prime time. That's awesome. That'll be a really fun game to tune into. That reminds me of another thing I saw on Reddit. It was in the last X amount of years, which was a ton. It was more than 60, but it said no player has ever won MVP and finished worse than second in their division, and the Rams are currently third in their division as Matthew Stafford is the MVP frontrunner. Would you put that against Stafford at all, being third in the division for his MVP case? I say no.
No. I mean, it's an insane division. It's like,
right.
Honestly, it's kind of what you view as your MVP. Because if you're looking at just stats, purely it's Matthew Stafford. He's already at 40 touchdowns. He's at 4,000-something yards. But, like, you look at who's playing around him. Drake Maye is playing with a lot less talent than Matthew Stafford is.
Iron Mike says the Bears. Go ahead.
The Bears.
Bears.
Yes, it's Mike Vrabel and the money they spent. The Patriots have done a complete flop from last year. They were 3-12 at this point last year. They're 12-3 right now. Drake Maye might not have the stats that Matthew Stafford does, but I would say he's more valuable to this team than Matthew Stafford is.
So we know, like, when it comes to MVP, it's not the most valuable player. It's whatever the voters decide matters to them, right? And a lot of times stats go into that. Certain narratives, such as finishing second or third in the division or something like that, go into that. And I think it's too complicated sometimes. Like, you should really just, like, who is the most valuable player in the league, like, based off of the season, based off of just the games. But that's not always the case. I was wondering who you think some players in the NFL who have just been tremendously valuable this year, who are not gonna even get any talk in the MVP award, such as, I'll give you an example. I think Stephon Diggs has been supremely valuable for the Patriots this year, not just because of his performance on the field, how well he plays, but he's taken pride in being a leader in a young team, and that's super valuable.
He's been a great leader. I don't know if you saw in that game when they were down 10, he went up and said something to Drake Maye, and that's when they came back. Mm-hmm. Like, he's the leader of that team. Like,
and you know what Twitter was doing?
What?
Twitter was like, oh, he's yelling at his quarterback again. There's the cancer. That's so annoying to me, dude.
He is a bit of a personality, but all wide receivers do. But he's been an incredible leader for the Patriots this season, if not like one of the best leaders this season.
But I will say this, and I'm not talking to you and probably nobody in the chat, because I know Sherp doesn't feel that way. I know Mike Oxmail doesn't feel that way. I don't know about Iron Mike and Shing. Thanks for sharing.
I know where Jackson Clark is.
But when Diggs was on the sideline yelling, we didn't know what he said. He wasn't mic'd up, but he's yelling and he's loud and he's intense, right? Yelling at the football team. It's one thing. Oh, he's yelling at his quarterback again. Here he is. Diggs is back. The cancer. but I saw a clip from the same game of Drake May yelling on the sideline, and he's mic'd up, and he's saying, "Let's fucking go! Like, come on, guys! Like, let's do it! Let's lock in! Let's come back!" And they're like, "Oh, look at the intensity! Look at the leadership!" And I hate the narratives that I see on Twitter, man.
Scott Matlock is. If I wanted someone to back me up in the fight, it'd be Scott Matlock.
Is that the guy who plays like 5 different positions?
Yeah, the ginger for the Chargers.
Yeah.
There's
Is
some
ginger
good...
a slur? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Do you know there's a guy who I talk about who's like, is Justin Herbert. His like stats aren't there, but like, and obviously like they're down to like their 5th string offensive tackle. But like he's gutting them through wins. What are they like? They have 11 wins or 10 wins right now. But he has really had a great season, and like he's had a great job. And I am shocked the Chargers have done this well. And like shout out to Justin Herbert. Do you know the guy who deserved like another guy, MVP the second half, besides Trevor Lawrence, is Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, I agree.
He's like the Saints. He's playing. I think they're on like RB like 5 or 6 right now. They have some random white guy I've never heard of playing our running back 1, and he's like he does not have great weapons. But the Saints have won like 4 out of 5 or something, and like he has really done a good job and shown like that he's gonna be their quarterback next year.
Mm-hmm. Good one. Okay.
Shout out to him. You got any others? I'm trying to think of any others.
I think Igbuka was really valuable early on with all the injuries.
I don't know what happened to him though. He was so good weeks 1 through 5. He's just done nothing since then.
All right. He's around 800 yards, so he'll finish close to 1,000.
I saw somebody tweet. It was like, imagine looking at week 1, week of Emeka Igbuka, and his projected points in fantasy this week is like 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do have great talent around them, but still, it's nuts.
No, I think the Bucks will go crazy this week. I think they'll beat the Miami by.
Ewers looked decent in the first half. He fell off in the second half, but he looked okay. All right. Do you think it's a 2-way race too for MVP?
Stafford and who?
Maye. I don't know who
else.
Yeah,
but I think Stafford is a really like heavy front runner. But yeah, I think Maye deserves a lot more.
I don't know but I don't know who's like after that. There really isn't any.
No, it's weird, man.
But
and you could talk to me about this last year. Like James Cook is just getting nothing.
But here's the thing, Trevor. If Josh Allen won it last year and Lamar had better stats, but you could argue Josh Allen was more valuable to his team, you might not say that. But that's kind of the same argument you could have for Drake May this year.
Wait, I'm confused. Say that again.
Lamar had better stats last season.
No, Lamar was better last year.
According to you. But no, but I'm saying.
Yeah, but I watched every Ravens and every Bills.
Lamar had better stats, right?
Yeah, and he was better.
But you could see the argument that Allen was more valuable.
No,
I guess anyone but you can consider that.
No, because I watched all the games. I can't see it.
It's hard arguing sometimes, man.
I can't see it. Not based on last year.
Yeah, I can't argue with
I
Josh.
think Allen is more valuable this year than he was last year to the Bills.
Their receiving core is worse this year. Shakir, for how much you bring up Shakir was good last year, Shakir hasn't been as good as he was last year.
Shakir wasn't just good last year. Shakir was
and he's
I can't say enough about him last year.
He really has no help besides that. Receiving. James Cook has had an incredible year. And like Trevor's points about James Cook have proved to be right. He's been balling this year.
In the O-line.
But like receiving wise, there's not like Keon Coleman's inactive every other week. Who's the other guy that's inactive a lot? But like Joshua Palmer, none of these guys are that great.
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis was inactive last week. Coach's decision. It's just kind of a mess receiver wise. But if Josh Allen wants to prove himself, this is his year without Lamar, without Mahomes.
Man, it's just every year when it comes to the Bills leading up to this year, I've just known like they're not going to get over the hump. They're
They're
not going
not
to
a
be
good.
the
I don't
team.
think they're a good team. Like that game against Cleveland should not have been as close as it was.
I agree, but there's not a ton of like. I mean, who's the best team in the AFC?
The Jaguars, the Broncos, the Patriots. Nobody that. Yeah.
Right? Like, can you see any team like the
No,
AFC teams?
everybody is beatable. I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what? Here's another thought I just had. Speaking of the Browns, is this one of the greatest draft class of all time? Like Mason Graham has not been as dominant for how high he was, but he's been good. Carson Schwarzenegger is going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Judkins has been great. Sampson is a good RB2. Harold Fannin Jr. has been a great tight end.
And it's awesome.
Like Shador Sanders is better than a fifth-round quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is an insane draft class to turn around this team.
And Sherp. I know Sherp is in here. Sherp is a Browns fan. What do you think?
You're in good shape. They got – I don't know what they should do. They need to definitely rebuild that O-line this offseason. I think Shador should deserve a shot next year. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. But
I don't even know where Fannin went to college. But
he went to Bowling Green.
Okay, that's probably why. Yeah, but yeah,
Why?
he's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, they'll probably move on from Njoku, but obviously they need talent in the offensive line, talent at wide receiver. But I like where this Browns team is going.
Did you see I texted you at 4 a.m. about David Njoku? I said the Bucs should go after him.
I don't think so. I don't read your texts when you text me at 4 a.m. sometimes. I just look at the last thing you sent me.
Dude, sometimes I'm feeling it at 4 a.m. Sometimes
Let's see. All right, Trevor, let's give it – I want to get like 12 more minutes of NFL talk before we head into our big final segment.
Let's do it.
I feel like we need to have a conversation about Baker Mayfield. I don't – like – yes, he's injured, but like has Baker peaked? Baker like he was so good in September. He's been a bottom 10 quarterback, honestly, since then.
So the same kind of thing happened last year with Baker and even the year before.
But the thing is, he came back and he hasn't yet.
Right. I agree. I think like the biggest thing for the Bucs right now is like no matter how it looks, you got to win the division. You got to go 2-0 these last 2 weeks, and you're the most talented team in the division. Like Panthers are a good team. They're good all around too. They have a good offense, good defense. They have good skill players. Bryce is looking like he's going to be in the league for years to come. Like Bryce looked really good in that game. But you just like, I don't even care how it looks. You just like the focus has to be going 2-0 in the last 2 weeks. And Baker, like you're a finisher, bro. You're a finisher, Baker. It's what you're known for. The late comeback drives, the being scrappy, running, taking hits. Like you've got to live up to that these next 2 weeks because the NFC is rough. It's going to be a rough playoffs, but that's sort of Baker's thing. That's sort of his aura is to be to be that, and that's what we need the last 2 weeks. Feliz Navidad, Jose.
Feliz Navidad.
Navidad. I'll drink to that as well. The Bucs stress me out though, man. The Bucs, this is usually when they start to chill out. So I do think they'll blow out Miami this week. I think that'll be
I don't know. The Bucs just
30-13.
It's not this. I don't think it's your same Bucs team. I think Bowles needs to go.
I could agree with that.
It's just I feel like the Bucs are better off long term if they miss this season. Bowles gets fired.
All right, start bench cut for me. Bowles, Canales, Cohen.
Cohen has been incredible. I got to go him.
Okay.
And then Canales, and then Bowles.
It's insane. They all came from Tampa.
Honestly, the coaching, like the race for Coach of the Year is insane this year. Because obviously Mike Vrabel's turned around the Patriots. Cohen's turned around the Jaguars.
Mike McDonald
in Seattle. Oh, I saw somebody say Kyle Shanahan's done a great job in San Francisco.
And he lost his starting quarterback. I mean,
Who's the other guy I was thinking of? There's another one that's really good. I can't think of his. Where was it? I'm too many beers in to think who it was. A tweet. It was on my tweet like 2 days ago.
Tomlin?
No. You know Tomlin's going 9 wins every year.
Harbaugh?
He's getting canned.
Jim.
Oh, Ben Johnson.
Oh, right.
He's done incredible in Chicago.
Yeah, I actually voted for Ben Johnson on your poll. And it's not like Ben Johnson is known for, like, in past years, like with Detroit, like for the flashy, like, trick plays and stuff. Like, yeah Chicago's still doing that, but, like, they're controlling games. And that's like
that was my best take. I said to Trevor the other day, that was my best take I've had on beer league in a long time. Lions missing the playoffs. I said the O-line, the interior line was going to be a mess. I thought the coaching was going to struggle without the coordinators, and it has. The Lions are not the same. They're still not eliminated, but I think they are with a Packers win, but it's kind of a mess.
I'll tell you when they got eliminated. When Brian Branch popped his Achilles versus Green Bay. That was it for them.
Probably true.
So important for their defense. I think that's when they got eliminated. But
right.
Yeah, Coach of the Year is a great race as well.
It really is, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, there's a couple of last things I want to talk about. What did I say? Do you think Kirk Cousins should be a starter next year?
I think he should have a shot, man. I think he should have a shot. I don't know what Atlanta's goals are in terms of, like, him starting there, but I do think, he's still got it. I think he's still got it. I think Phillip Rivers was kind of like a PR stunt.
All right.
But yeah, I think I think Kirk Cousins, yeah, he should be able to compete for QB1 somewhere.
All right.
Not a team that wants to win the Super Bowl, but a team that maybe wants to, like, be competitive and, like, maybe kind of fight for the playoffs,
All right.
I think the Falcons should have bigger and better goals with as much star power that they have on their team. I think they should go with Penix and just try to make that work. But,
all right. 2 last ones before we roll the pick 'em. How are you feeling about Shedeur the last couple of weeks?
Good enough. I think good enough.
enough?
Good enough, yeah.
All right, and then playoff, I feel like most stuff's up for grabs. Last couple ones. Do you think Packers or Lions will get the last wild card?
I think the Packers will get
Packers, I feel like that's pretty clear. You think the Bucs or the Panthers will win the South?
Who do the Panthers play this week?
Panthers play the Seahawks. That's a tough game for them. It's at Carolina, though.
So it's in the Bucs have. I really do think the Bucs are going to win 30-13 this.
I mean, if the Bucs win, it doesn't matter. It'll come up to week 18.
Why?
Because they'll be tied. So if whoever wins week 18 will win, regardless of what the Panthers do. Because they're both – wait. Yeah.
I thought they both have to win this week. Because the Panthers are a game up.
No, but it doesn't matter. Like, if the Panthers win, the Bucs could still win the division. I'm pretty sure.
Right. I'm going to say the Bucs, man. And that's not even a homer thing. I'm just saying I think the Bucs win this week. The Panthers lose this week. And just week 18 – just got to make it happen, and I think the Bucs will make it happen.
All right, the last 2. Who wins the AFC North?
Steelers.
And then who gets the last wild card in the AFC? It's either Texans or Colts, basically.
Texans.
I would like to see Phillip Rivers.
Texans have a hard game. Don't they play in Week 18? They play
Yeah.
each other?
So here's what needs to happen for the Colts to get in. The Colts played the Jaguars, which is a big game, which – I mean, they could win. Texans play the Chargers in LA, which they could lose. And then it comes down to week 18, they play each other. So, like, if the Colts want to make a run the table, it's possible, but not.
I heard that the Colts can win out and miss the playoffs based on
I saw it today.
Based on strength of schedule?
No. Yeah.
No?
All the Colts need is so the Chargers play the Texans on Saturday. The Chargers beat the Texans. Then the Colts beat the Jaguars on Sunday. And then the Colts beat the Texans head-to-head. They'll be in.
I don't have faith in the Colts.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but it is possible.
I just don't have faith in Phillip Rivers, man. Honestly,
He looked good last night. His deep ball's not there, but like it's kind of crazy that a 45-year-old man is like probably top 20-ish quarterback in the NFL right now. That's pretty
better than I thought he was gonna look, but he needs to be good these last 2 years.
Is there a chance he comes back next year?
No,
I
don't think so.
I don't know. Like he can read these defenses easier than most of these other quarterbacks can.
I saw a lot on Twitter about him.
It's pretty embarrassing honestly. All right, let's roll into Pick'em for our main final segment. All right, Pick'em. Last week, it was a great week for me, winners-wise, because there wasn't many of them. There was 11 Pick'em winners. Let's run through these. At Lucas Kieran, a Gamer and Dolphins fan. At Mod Artist loves Boston. At Sleehat1789, Panthers fan. At Alex0340781617, Boston sports fan. At Irish Shack59, retired U.S. Navy. At Donald W. Voss, two-time winner. At the Sour Apple 1, Cleveland sports fans. At Ed Sadlock, old school. At Emma Folsom from Don Pedro. And at Brett 49ers, two-time winner. And at Nick Boston 35, four-time winner. Our current leaderboard through 16 weeks is we have four guys with four-time winners. We got at Truck Bond, at TK Comedy 2013, and at Jackson Jeremy 8, and at Nick Boston 35, all with 4 wins this season. Congrats to all of you. Play along every Friday. Get all of them right. We'll shut you on the pod. Beerly Boys side, unfortunately, it was a rough week for Beerly Carey. I went 0-3, sadly. But unfortunately, Trevor and Zach both had a decent week enough. They both went
2-1.
2-1.
It's over, by the way. Pick'em's over.
I don't know.
No, it's over.
I mean, we include playoffs, though.
But regular season is over.
So, Carey's in last place at 22-26. Zach's 1 game up on me at 23-25. And Trevor's 4 games up on me, 3 on Zach at 26-22. So, do you want me to pick all 3 this week, or do you want to pick something?
You know, this is my worst Pick'em year ever.
That's embarrassing.
And I'm still going to win.
It's not over yet.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to pick all 3?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I had to do this one. I'm so excited for this game. It is the battle for the number 1 pick in the draft. We got the Giants at the Raiders. Battle for number 1.
Pick the loser.
Basically.
You said Giants, Raiders?
I'm going to go with the Raiders. Raiders will look more competent. I don't know if you probably didn't watch this game. I saw a little bit of it. But the Giants game against the Vikings, they threw the ball like 3 times in the first half. They just ran the ball the entire game. Jackson Dart had finished with 30 yards passing. I don't know what their game plan was, but this team is tanking. I got the Raiders.
Give me the Giants just because.
All right. Game number 2.
We got to do Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, let's do it. Sunday Night Football, Bears at the Niners. I'm going to roll with Brock Purdy and the boys. They've been looking good lately. I feel like Bears squeak out a lot of wins. But I'm going to roll with the Niners.
Oh, man. Let's make it interesting, Kerry. Let's make it interesting. Bear down.
All right. And here's probably the best game of the day. I'm just looking at the 1 p.m. window, which Jaguars-Colts is decent. But besides that, nothing really great 1 p.m. Panthers-Seahawks is all right. But we got the Eagles and the Bills in Buffalo.
Ooh.
What do you got? I'm actually roll with the Eagles on this one. Eagles beat Josh Allen and the Bills.
Ooh. You know, I don't feel good about any of these games that I've picked. I think I could go 3-0, and I could easily see myself going 0-3 as well.
They're pretty 50-50, honestly.
I actually do think the Niners will win, but I just want to pick the Bears for some reason.
Why not? It's America.
This is tough, man. Give me the Eagles, though.
Eagles, too. Wow. All right, we'll reach out to Zach for his answers, but got some good games this week. I'm hyped for them.
We sure do.
All right, let's Yeah, let's do a 10-second poll before we start our final segment. Thoughts?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna put this. Maybe I can finish this pineapple
Let's
wine.
do it. Cheers to Merry Christmas. Also, if you're listening to this, follow us on YouTube or look us on Twitter if you want to see us actually chug stuff and see our beautiful faces.
Yeah, bro, I'm Ubering to work tonight for sure.
All right. So, Trevor, you want to tell us about our what we're gonna do for our final segment tonight?
I do. And if Sherp and Oxtail are still in here, we actually came up with this idea together last night. But we were kind of just reminiscing on players in the last 10, 15 years who like we don't want to let people forget about. Like there's a ton of like good players in every generation that retire and they get forgotten about because they weren't the elite crop. They weren't the best of the best, but they were so good and they deserve to be remembered. So we're going to do 10 players from the
I'm doing
last 50 years.
17. I got
Huh?
17. I got
Oh, wow.
17.
Okay. I probably got about 12. So
Wait, Trevor, can I just quick interruption? I know
yeah.
I'm a little buzzed, so I forgot. Who for this is not a pick'em game, but who would you pick in the two Saturday games? Texans at Chargers, and then Ravens at Packers.
What time is the Texans Chargers game?
4:30.
That's a good game.
I'll probably come watch that with you.
That's a good game. Give me the Texans in a.
Yeah, I feel like the Texans will win that too.
I feel like they'll win at the end. Like last 5 minutes of the game is going to be it.
How about Ravens? I feel like we're either going to get like a Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson masterclass, or we're going to get a Malik Willis, Tyler Huntley disaster.
Packers.
Yeah,
the Ravens have been done for like 2 or 3 weeks, bro. Like,
no, they're done.
They've been done.
All right, keep going. I forgot what we were talking about.
So yeah, the just players that you probably haven't thought about in a while, but we are not gonna let you forget about them. I'll go first. Actually, you go first because you have a lot more than me.
All right, should I do? I'll do two at a time until I get closer.
Yeah, do 2 at a time for your first 3 or 4.
All right. All right. I feel like Trevor went like with good players with this, but I went with random dudes.
I don't have a quarterback on my list.
Interesting. All right, my number one. This guy was a brawler. If you wanted somebody on your O-line, you wanted this guy. He was gonna call you homophobic slurs. He was gonna beat the shit out of you. He was gonna get suspended for bullying. Richie Incognito. Man, he was one of the toughest. He was a great O-lineman. He was for the culture. You know, if he played in the 70s, nobody would have cared. But he played in the 2000s when they cared about bullying. But if you wanted a baller in the O-line, Richie Incognito. Remember the man. If you want an O-lineman, you want Richie Incognito on your team.
He was good, man. He was good.
He was. He also tried to cut off his dad's head or something. That was kind of a weird story.
That's who you want in the trenches, man.
You want at least 3 corn-fed MAGA boys on your
exactly.
You want Iowa bros out there. All right, number 2. Here's where I'm starting to get random, Trevor. This man had one good game in his entire life, but we won't forget about this man. He had 4 touchdowns in one game, never had a touchdown in his career before then. Never did anything the rest of his career. Jonas Gray. Do you remember him?
Was he a tight end?
No, he's a running back for the Patriots.
Kinda.
He had one game. He had 4 touchdowns, went off, had an incredible game against the Colts. He did nothing the rest of his career ever. But
that was back in the Bill Belichick days when you couldn't bet on running backs because whatever running back you bet on just randomly wasn't going to play.
Exactly. He had one of the best games of all time for no reason whatsoever. But Jonas Gray, man, don't forget him.
Got you. Okay, well, let me go here on my first one. So when I first started playing NFL video games, I think my favorite player back at that time the first jersey I ever bought was LaDainian Tomlinson. That's not my player, but I'm very familiar with that team. A guy that I love on that team that I think we should not forget about ever.
Ever.
Antonio Cromartie was a good corner.
And he had like 14 kids.
He did have 14 kids. His kids will never forget about him, but we cannot forget about how good Antonio Cromartie was and how much aura he had. Antonio Cromartie is number 1 on my list.
I like that.
Thank you. Did you see the thing the week or two ago about Quentin Jammer, where he was like, I was drunk for like 20% of the games I played in the NFL? And he was like, go watch my film against Washington, like in whatever.
Dude, I feel like a lot of players are. Would you say more NBA or NFL players are like less sober in games?
You mean like high?
No, I'm saying either alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. Who is less sober, NBA players or NFL players? Honestly, like I feel like baseball players don't do that, but like they could just sit out in their outfield, high out of their mind.
No, baseball players take Adderall.
But I mean, Adderall
That helps in baseball. But like, I've played sports like high, and it's like a much more like.
Are you gonna play high tomorrow morning?
Probably, but
Yeah.
I don't see how you could play a game drunk.
No,
I don't understand.
I feel like I would throw up, right?
Unless you were like a lineman or something. Well, like Marshawn Lynch, or maybe like a running back. Lynch said he would have like a shot or two of Hennessy. I feel like maybe like a couple shots might be okay. But Quentin Jammer said he was drunk. Cornerback?
I'd be puking my ass off out there, man.
A corner is like the position you need to be like most locked in.
Yeah,
you have to like shadow a receiver, bro. Like that's insane.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
And I actually play basketball better when I'm high than not.
But being high is different than like drunk. Like you're not gonna throw up when you're high.
Yeah, I feel like high just kind of like slows it down for you. Like drunk is insane.
Yeah, if you drink too much when you're high.
Yeah, I already got the hiccups, bro. Go ahead, bro. Also, we need more burping on this podcast.
I don't burp. I never. Here, fun fact: Beerly Carey never burps. I've burped probably like 14 times in my whole life. I just don't burp. I don't know why. I pee 4,000 times, but I don't burp.
I would like to. Ryan Matthews can be forgotten. We can forget.
Ryan Matthews, that's a guy. He used to kill me in Madden.
Dude, he was so good. He'd be like the best running back you'd ever seen. And then he would just like fumble twice in one quarter and get benched.
All right, I got some quarterbacks for my next two.
I actually do have one quarterback, so I lied. But go ahead.
All right, if you're a backup NFL quarterback and you want to have one insane game in your lifetime, and you want to get paid, just do what this man did. Have one insane game, like Max Brosmer. This week, playing on Christmas, go out there, throw 4 touchdowns against the Lions, and you're going to get yourself paid.
The Cowboys will probably give you $8 million next year.
That's true, man. Matt Flynn. This man had one game with 5 touchdowns. Seahawks gave him more money in the world.
Harry,
it's a mission.
How many yards did he have in that game?
Well, it was like 400, wasn't it?
I think it was like, because I don't remember who he played. But both of the quarterbacks in that game combined for over 1,000 yards passing.
It was like just have one random good game. His entire family generation set for life. The crazy part is like he didn't even win the starting job in Seattle. He didn't even get the start in Seattle.
Yeah,
they were like, nope. I guess that one game was just the thing, but you know.
Dude, I can't believe you brought up Matt Flynn. And this, like, the reason I thought this segment would be such a good idea was to just like bring back nostalgia.
How'd you do your list? Because like my list, I went back from like 2005, I think, and just looked at like the draft classes and ran through them. I was like to see if there's any guys that jumped out to me. How'd you find?
All I did, and Sherp and Punky saw me do this live. All I would do was like look at a logo. Like, for example, I'd look at the Niners logo, and then I would just think of like players from like my childhood and stuff that I used to like watching. But I would just look at a team's logo and then just like take a second. But
all right,
no, let me tell you a story real quick.
You said 10, right? You have 10, right?
I have 12. But let me tell you a story about Matt Flynn real quick.
Let's hear
The
it.
reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to bring back nostalgia.
We're bringing back nostalgia.
It sucks that Zach isn't here because I feel like he'd have a really good list. But
next week we should have Zach bring his list.
I agree. But when I first started drinking and getting drunk, which are hand in hand,
that's true.
I was just, you get drunk for the first time and you got a phone, right? You're going to text some shotties. You're going to do some stupid shit.
Remind me not to text my ex tonight.
Exactly. Carrie's going to text his ex whether he's drunk or not. Matt Flynn used to have his DMs open. And I used to DM Matt Flynn every time I got drunk. And if I can log into my old Trev Scott Twitter, I'm going to show you. I'm going to try tonight.
He got
banned on there. He used to have his DMs open. And I used to say, hey, want to be friends? Hey, Matt Flynn. What's up, Matt Flynn? That's insane that you brought that up. That's literally the reason why I wanted to do this segment. But go ahead. Tell me your next one.
All right. My next one is, all right. This man has to go down in history. He's one of the worst quarterbacks we've ever seen in the NFL. Zach, I feel like Zach could have him on his list. Nathan Peterman, man. He had one of the worst runs we've ever seen. This man, he lasted in the NFL longer than he should have. The man threw more touchdown passes to the other team than he has his own team. But Nathan Peterman, a legend, man. Remember when he was battling Josh Allen for QB1 job?
I do.
Oh, Nathan Peterman, man. That is a memory right there.
You will never see a Josh Allen graphic that doesn't say since 2020. You will never see a Josh Allen graphic that doesn't say since 2020.
Probably true, man.
But anyways, Carrie, I'm not a big liar. I am a big liar. I've been known to be a big liar. But I actually do have one quarterback on this list. I didn't see it when I looked through it real fast, but I do have one quarterback, and he's actually a good player. I had Ocho Cinco on this list, but I was like, no, he does TV, so like people aren't gonna forget about Ocho Cinco. He's on TV. He's on podcast. This is another guy who is also on TV, on podcasts, but like this was such an entertaining time to like play fantasy football. Like this was like back when I was in high school and we had a fantasy football league, and the entire fantasy football league was in class with me. So like we were just talking about it every day. I remember one time I had a teacher, my science teacher, Mr. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. But he taught me the periodic table. Mr. Thompson. But he actually emailed my parents one time because my parents were like, it's Trevor, he has all A's, and he has a C in your class. Like, how can he get his grades better? Which, looking back on it, Mom, Dad, the only reason I had a C in this class was because this was the only teacher that made us use the divider on tests. But they thought it was because I was having problems with science, with the periodic table. He sent an email back to my parents and said, Trevor is a good student. He's a smart kid, but I think he knows more about fantasy football than he does the periodic table.
He's cooking right there, man.
That should have been, I should go find that email and make it my header on Twitter.
Please, dude. I'll give you $10 if you find that right now.
It's in my parents' email. But my mom uses the same email for like 20 years, so I probably could find it. But this is probably like the most notable player on my list. My list is a lot of like players you probably have forgotten about. But this guy was so good, and I do think he's a corny individual that he's on TV. Can you guess? He's a quarterback, he's on TV, and I think he's corny. But I don't want people to forget about him just because how good he was at football.
Cam?
Robert
Griffin III, man.
RG3, dude. And it like such a cut short because of injury, the Washington curse. When you hear R word, like when you hear somebody say R word, do you think retard or Redskins?
Probably retard.
Oh, I don't know. Like when people say R word, I'm kind of confused.
So it's probably, you know what I thought about too? I don't know why. Like I feel like he always comes up with RG3 just because he was good as a rookie and then the injuries. He's not on my list, but Teddy Bridgewater.
No, I was talking to Sherp last night and he said Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, he was so good as a rookie.
Yeah. You know, the reason why I actually got to RG3 because I started at Doug Martin, who has seen my
Doug Martin has seen your penises and also dead.
I know. And then from Doug Martin, I went to Alfred Morris. And then from Alfred Morris, I went to Santana Moss.
Alfred Morris, that's a name,
Alfred
man.
Morris was a good rookie, man. He
Yeah, I
almost
kind of fell. I remember him on the Cowboys a little bit.
But yeah, so RG3 is my number 2. My number 1 was Cromartie. Go ahead, Kerry. My list gets really good after this. Really nostalgic after
How many
this.
do you have left?
Probably like 8.
6. All right, so
keep doing 2. Do 2 this time and then 2 the next time.
All right, this is the man who people think Aaron Rodgers is lately. I love this man. This man doesn't flying fuck about what you think
I
of
know
him.
who it is.
He's going to chuck the ball. He's going to deep. He doesn't care if it's a touchdown or an interception, man. He got a DUI like a month ago. Yeah.
Jay Cutler, baby.
Yes, the legend Jay Cutler. He doesn't give up his wife cheating on him. I don't know. My video is looking terrible right now. Is my video terrible right now, or is it me?
You were kind of choppy for a little bit, but it came back now. It's good now.
Yeah, all right.
The memory I think of Jay Cutler, when I think of Jay Cutler, I think he was on
Dolphins?
Yeah, right? I think he was on Miami, actually. And it was like they were at like the 45 or the 50-yard line. And like they were throwing a Hail Mary because there was 2 seconds left in the half. And he like wound up, threw it to the end zone. Guess what happened?
Cheerleader.
He hit a cheerleader.
No.
On a 45-yard Hail Mary.
The best one is him with the Dolphins. It was like, I don't know if it was QB sneak or something. He just sat. He went out as a receiver position, just fucking sat there. Didn't even act like he's doing it, just vibing. He's like, I'm having a good time, man. He didn't give a fuck. He was going to chuck the ball deep. He didn't care if his touchdown interception. Like, people want to crap on Aaron Rodgers for being a bad teammate. His teammates love Aaron Rodgers. People love Aaron Rodgers. Jay Cutler does not care, man. He did not care. He had insane arm talent. He didn't care, bro.
And Jay Cutler, usually when I'm assigning aura points, it's like
his wife's a
500
also.
When the ref was going for timeout and he hit his helmet and Jay Cutler caught it behind his back, that was like 5,000 aura. And sure, Josh Gordon. I actually wasn't thinking about Josh Gordon, so that's a good pull.
I thought about him, but I feel like people were going to remember him there, Sharp.
Josh Gordon's a really good pull. That reminds me, one of the people that missed on my list was Percy Harvin. But, Kerry, you got 2, so go ahead on your next.
All right, man. This man will live in fantasy football legacy forever. Maybe at 9. I don't know if they'll remember him 90 years from now. But this man had one of the best seasons of all time. And I don't know if they'll bring him in history. I don't know who you thinking of. He had one insane year, a wide receiver.
What position?
Wide receiver. Insane year. Insane. And he was never the good again. Dwayne Bowe.
Kansas City Chiefs legend.
Kansas City legend. I think he had like 15 touchdowns in one season. He never did anything like the rest of his career, but that 1 year, Dwayne Bowe was just a really legend.
Good one. That's actually a really good one, man.
Dwayne Bowe, man, bring it back. I actually, it was a couple years ago, somebody had a team. It was like, they named their team like Dwayne Bowe over the rainbow or something. I was like, I forgot about that, man. But Dwayne Bowe, what a guy.
Derp in the chat said you can't forget about Dez Bryant. We got to throw up the X, baby.
That's too easy there, little shirt.
The X for Dez. Dez was good. Oh, that reminds me, Dez Bryant. I almost put Miles Austin on this list. But I think we can forget about.
Did he date Kim Kardashian?
He dated somebody.
I think it was Kim K. I'm pretty sure.
I think we can forget about Miles Austin. It's okay.
Yeah, it's probably fair. He's a mediocre wide receiver too for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. My number 3 is one of my favorites on my list, and I'm actually gonna skip it because Kerry's going to the bathroom and I want him to be here.
I'm getting my another beer, son.
Oh, okay. I'll just wait till you get back. Well, yeah, sure. Dez is a good one, bro. Dez is a really good one. Kerry, number 3. It's a player that cried during a game. I am not a fan of his team, but it made me feel sad.
He
This
felt
guy
sad,
was
bro.
so good, and I don't think I've heard anyone talk about him since he retired. Vernon Davis.
Yeah, he was a good
We
tight end.
cannot forget about Vernon Davis.
You really can't, man.
Vernon Davis was so good. I always hated the Niners because when I was a kid, one of the first games I went to was Bucks Niners when the Niners sucked, and the Niners killed us. So I hate the Niners. But Vernon Davis was so good. He's a good blocker, good catcher. They had some playoff runs. Vernon Davis might be like one of the favorite players on my list.
He was good, man.
We cannot forget about Vernon Davis ever.
He was a legend.
I agree.
I like that one, man.
All right, give me 2 more on this time, Carrie, and then after that, we'll probably switch to 1.
Yo, I have after this time, I'll have 9 left after I do 2.
Okay, so do 2 more next time as well.
All right. This man was a fantasy football god back in the late 2000s. Man, if you watch this man with his bald little head, his little beard, and the Chicago Bears, man, Matt Forte.
Forte is him.
Forte was him back in the 2000s. I thought
about him putting him on my list.
He was a baller in the day, man. He was like mini CMC. Like, he was good as a receiver. He wasn't great like as a rusher, but as a receiver, he was him. Matt Forte, man. He won me a lot of games back in the day.
He had one of his best runs ever against the Tampa Bay Bucks, and little Trevi was pissed because the Bears sucked. But Forte ate us up that game, and the Bears ended up winning.
Dude, back in I forget what year this was, I loved the Madden team. It was like Matt Forte. I think it was Ryan Fitzpatrick as quarterback, Matt Forte at running back, Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall at receiver. I love that team. It was like 2009 maybe. It was probably later than that. I think it definitely was later than that. But I love that team. Matt Forte was a beast, though.
Derp said his first jersey was Matt Forte, the 22.
He was good,
My first jersey ever was LT. What was yours, Gary?
It was Brady, man. I'm a Pats fan. It's
Brady?
You're pretty simple, dude. It's easy. I've only earned 3 jerseys in my life: Brady, Mac Jones, Drake May.
Dude, I have so many jerseys in my life. I have a Kerry Collins jersey, right? Like somewhere.
Dude, that's my cousin, man.
I have a Kerry Collins jersey in here.
What a legend right there, bro. All right, my second one. Dude, do you remember this guy was like the best corner in the NFL? He went from best corner in the NFL to barely on an NFL roster. Can you guess?
My next one is a corner, but it's not. Wait.
He was like best corner in the NFL for not long. He went and he's barely on an NFL roster.
No, I don't know.
The man, the legend, Josh Norman.
Yes.
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 He was so good. And then he went to SOAS, man.
Yes.
That was a guy.
That's a really good one. And
he really fell off.
OBJ, must see TV.
Oh, yeah.
Must see TV.
He was so good at his best, and then he fell off super fast. But man, he was good, man.
I have a corner as my next one, and that's a good segue into my next one. He has one of the best interceptions, highlights of all time, in my opinion, as a corner. Diving into the end zone, catching it in one hand. You know who I'm talking about, Kerry? He's small. He's a small corner.
Malcolm Butler, man?
No, and this is one of my favorites too. You can forget about him, but I will never forget about Brent Grimes, dude.
Wow.
Brent Grimes was Captain Munnerlyn. I haven't heard that name in 10
Captain
years. I haven't heard that name in 10
Having
years.
a player named Captain on your team is incredible,
Munnerlyn.
honestly.
But Brent Grimes, he played for a few teams, but I always thought he was really good, especially for his size. He was small. Big Brent Grimes supporter here.
I like that. I really do.
Grimes supporter.
I like that. All right. My last 2. All right. Here's a guy, if you want a tight end back in the late, 2010s, he had a couple good years, but then Rhodes kept getting hurt. Man, he was straight out of the book of good Notre Dame tight ends, but the man did not want to stay healthy in his career. Tyler Eifert. Imagine Joe Burrow with this guy.
Tyler Eifert.
If he stayed healthy, he would have been the guy. I think he'd like one insane year, and then like after that, maybe a couple decent years, but nothing the same. But Tyler Eifert, man.
I remember I was in a fantasy league and somebody had Tyler Eifert and their name was Pardon Me, I Farted.
Pardon me? That's a good one.
Pardon me, I farted.
I like that, dude.
It's a good one.
All right, and my second one, bro. All right, this one's easy. Picture a running back, but he's fat as fuck.
Eddie Lacy.
My boy. You gave this man, he was going to run off the Chili's, get a fucking 6-pack of chicken wings.
This man spent his $10 million on Cheetos and on a brand new recliner.
Speaking of like spinoff, I forgot to put him on there, but Kelvin Benjamin, didn't have him on the list, but he was basically the tight end version of Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy, he wasn't bad though. Like Eddie Lacy in his prime, who's that other running back that he played with for the Green Bay? What was his name? It was him and somebody else.
I don't know.
Oh, I can't remember. I have to look that up.
Was it Jamal Williams?
No, it was earlier than that. But like Eddie Lacy may have been fat, but like he's a good running back. All right, you do yours while I look up who this running back was. It's gonna piss me off. So
this one, like, I understand why you forget about Antonio Cromartie. I understand why maybe you forget about RG3. He didn't play too long. I understand Vernon Davis, tight end, is not the craziest position. I understand why you forget about Brent Grimes. But we should never, as a society,
you're
still in here, as a Vikings fan, we should not forget about Jared Allen. We should not forget about number 69, Jared Allen. Jared with a D.
Oh, he was good, man. He led the league in sacks.
I think he led the league in sacks one year. He was really good. We cannot allow people to forget about Jared Allen.
I like that. Like he wasn't like
69.
He was an incredible man.
No, sure. I was literally thinking about Terrell Pryor earlier, but he just didn't have
Terrell Pryor. That is a name, bro.
Terrell Pryor was a dog. And at FGCU, Kerry, me and Zach, when we were roommates freshman year, we had a Madden league, and Terrell Pryor was my quarterback for like 5 years.
Terrell Pryor was
a dog.
He was a dog, man.
It's a great
dude. That's who it was. Player. Dude, I just figured out who it was. He wasn't good. James Starks.
Number 44.
Fuck Devin Funchess. He lost me so many fantasy championships in my life, bro.
Why?
Fucking. Dude,
James
I'm going to
Starks,
tell everyone that's listening to this podcast, I'm going to hear a traumatic story right now. So back in like 20, whatever year it was, guys, this comes hard to me. I'm going to need to drink for this. I was in a game, all right? You know, I only needed like 8 points to win this game, all right? I had Cam Newton as my quarterback. And I decided, let's play Ryan Anderson. Is it Ryan Anderson? What was his name?
That's the basketball player.
Who the fuck was that backup then? Panthers backup quarterback 2018.
Oh.
2020.
Oh, what was his name?
No. 2017.
No, it was way before that.
Derek Anderson. Fuck him. All right. It's traumatic for me, okay? I needed like 8 points from Derek Anderson to win it was like the fantasy football championship or something. 8 points from Derek Anderson. I started Derek Anderson because I had Cam. And this fucking Derek Anderson had fucking 6 points in a fucking fantasy football championship. We'll never live down the day. I don't know why that reminds me of Devin Funchess.
That's like, bro.
Derek Anderson, if you're out there somewhere, I'm going to come to your home tonight. I'm going to slap you in the face, and I'm going to beat your ass, boy.
That is why we
You
drink
listen to Beer League
alcohol
Football
before we go
Podcast.
live. That is why.
All right, it's
Yo,
my
Joe
turn.
Hayden was him. I'm a
Is it-
Gators fan, and that was like my childhood. Joe Hayden was
Joe
absolutely.
Hayden was good, man. Is it
Joe
my
Hayden
turn or
was
your
good.
turn, bud?
I lift weights. So my next guy is actually two guys, but a couple running backs that used to terrorize little baby Trevi.
Damn, little baby Trey.
Dealing with Cam Newton was hard enough, but when you had Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams in the backfield,
That's fair.
that was a 1-2 punch that not many
That was a
teams
good
could
combo,
stop.
bro.
Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams, Panthers were ridiculous.
That's pretty fair, bro.
Number 34 and number 28. I remember those two players very well.
Do I have one more or two more? That's
You could do a double right here because I only have 4 more players.
I have 7 left. All right, dude. I feel like Drew Aller right now. I was so excited for this man. I saw his first game he ever played, a decent amount of. He was like a second or third round pick, and I was like, I went to this game in Foxborough, and I was like, I want to see this guy play because he was like a second round pick, third round pick, whatever it was. I was like, oh, let the guy play.
Zappy?
He didn't need to play. He's fucking ass. But Christian Hackenberg, man. Do you remember this guy?
In-state legend.
He was fucking terrible.
Out of high school, he was the number one pocket passer.
Oh, he was hugely recruited. He was a big quarterback. He was drafted pretty high. And he was terrible, man. He was awful. This gave me flashbacks. Do you remember, I was trying to think of this earlier, but I couldn't remember. There was a Texans quarterback that started a playoff game that I couldn't remember his name.
Savage.
No. It was the 2000s. He was ass.
Before Schaub?
It was somewhere in that Shavitz range.
And it wasn't Osweiler, was it?
I can't remember his name, but bro, Hackenberg 2 career. That is crazy to be he was a second or third round quarterback and he had 2 or 3 career starts. Yeah. He was ass, man. Drew Aller is much better than this man. No one's gonna remember this man, but I remember this man just because he's fucking ass. All right, this is a random one I probably could have left off my list. I don't know why I thought of this guy. I don't love him, but he was pretty good for a couple of years. But we got a couple left. Jay Ajayi. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good for the Dolphins for a little bit there.
I was gonna put Ronnie Brown on my list just because that was the first all their quarterbacks got injured and he played Wildcat.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of Jay Ajayi, but
That's
I was all right, why not? Yeah. He played for the Eagles too. How many do you have left, Trevor?
4.
All right, let me do one more. Then I'll be at 4. Brock Osweiler. Man had a little run with the Broncos, and then he got paid so much money he would never have to work a day in his life. He'd 2 good games, and then he just didn't have to do anything for it. That was
he was tall.
Yeah. But then I was thinking about it, one of the worst deals, and then you think about Tua Tagovailoa, that little Hawaiian brother that is cooked forever.
I wish Tua would go to the Vikings or Dak.
Nobody wants Tua's done. His career is over.
You think so?
Who is seriously? If you're an NFL team, who is going to pay for Tua next year?
Minnesota.
Do you think he's that much better than JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
I don't think he is.
But I don't think Minnesota would pay.
But for $50 million, I don't think he's that much better.
I don't think they would. But I do think he's much better. Yo, Sherp, Zach, the third person on this podcast who's not here right now, will not ever let us forget about
Dude, Zach, remember when Zach back in the day said Taylor Heineke was a top 10 quarterback? We'll never let that down.
Top 5.
No, I think he said top 10, but still. All right, who you got next? We got 5 left, Trevi boy.
I got 4. This is the only guy on my list who actually gives me nightmares because the Panthers used to suck, but I would hate. They always had a chance because of how good Julius Peppers was. We cannot forget about Julius Peppers. I had his fat head when I was a kid. Julius Peppers was ridiculously good. I remember him playing for the Packers a little bit towards the end of his career, but when he was with Carolina, man, he used to give the Bucks nightmares. Used to give us nightmares. Brady Quinn's a good one there, Sherp. Brady Quinn is a good one. But yeah, Julius Peppers used to just absolutely give me nightmares as a Bucks fan.
I disagree on that. This is your one I disagree on.
Peppers?
Because he's gonna be a Hall of Famer probably, right?
I just feel like nobody ever talks about it. Like nobody remembers Julius Peppers.
But he's still like a Hall of Famer.
Maybe. Is Jared Allen a Hall of Famer?
I think he's like on the cusp, but I don't think he is. But like, I don't know. That's the only one. Like, I feel like he's gonna be a Hall of Fame. Marvin Jones, Allen Hurts, dude. I thought about Justin Blackmon today.
Justin Blackmon. I saw him on Twitter.
That man could have been great if he did just laid off the drugs, but it's pretty hard.
You can't just lay off the drugs, bro.
Yeah, you're asking Santa Claus over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like, that's the one I disagree with you, bud. So I feel like he's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
All right.
I got 4. Oh, I only get 4 left. All right. This man was the peak of the white running backs. This man was Christian McCaffrey before Christian McCaffrey, like if he was good. Danny fucking Woodhead.
Yeah.
Man. He was decent with the Chargers. He balled out with the Patriots. He wasn't the best running back in the game, but he showed a white man could run the football. And that doesn't happen a lot. He got a lot of concussions, but Danny Woodhead, man, he did his job, bro. So Danny Woodhead, number 4, man. Grady Jarrett, Jared Roberts to be insane right now. Rex Burkhead was an honorable mention, but I'd take Danny Woodhead over Rex Burkhead, dude.
True. This was, I actually kind of wanted to save this guy for the end because he's one of my favorite players on my list. Just because of how much Devin Hester gets, nobody ever.
Wait!
Josh Cribbs.
Fuck!
Josh Cribbs.
Yeah.
Probably the favorite player on my list, dude. And the Browns sucked, but Josh Cribbs was unequivocally him.
Yeah. He's one of my last 3, Trevor.
Josh Cribbs.
Yeah, Josh. He's like the baby.
Actually the reason that I had to, because when I texted you guys at first, I said let's do the last 10 years, and then I saw Josh Cribbs quit playing in 2014, so I said
15 years.
Yeah, because I had to get Josh Cribbs on this.
Josh Cribbs was him, man.
So good.
He was the man, bro. I
got 2 more after Josh Cribbs.
All right, I only get 2 more after that. Because I had Josh Cribbs too, so.
Okay, good. We're tied up.
We're tied. All right. I'll go first then for my last 2. All right. Here's a man. I feel like he could have been great, but he was good. But I love his name for some reason.
Jarvis Green Ellis.
Victor Cruz, man.
The salsa man.
That's he was the beast in the day.
It's actually
he kind of fell off later in his career, but like at his peak, Victor Cruz was him. I thought about Cordell Patterson too, Dylan Sharping, but Victor Cruz, man, he was the guy.
Cordell was like the biggest kick returner ever. Like he's huge. He's bigger than linebackers. Cordell.
Is he still around? Duck Hodges that one year was crazy.
Duck Hodges is a good one.
Duck Hodges, man.
So I got 2 more. One's a receiver, and I'm not going to tell you what position the other one is. The receiver I'm going to bring up is Roddy White, man. Roddy White.
Michael Turner. We're going to run that shit out of here, man. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one, man.
What do you got?
That. All right, my last one. So I struggle to find it. Bro, this is the worst player in professional football that you've ever seen in your life. But this
Daniel
man
Faletti.
played, no, this man played for an insane amount of time. Insane amount of time. There's no reason this man should have ever been in the NFL or even college football. I'm going to give you this man's career stats.
NFL?
His NFL career, he finished with a record of 0-5, 141 passes for 200 yards. He had 5 touchdown passes to 13 interceptions. But if I can find his college stats, so he'd 5-13 in the NFL, but he'd play he was on an NFL roster for 8 years. And in college, he finished with 1 touchdown pass to 13 interceptions. In college, 1 touchdown to 13 interceptions.
Kerry Collins?
And he had 5-13 in the NFL. This man is the worst football player I've ever seen in my life, but he somehow made millions. He lasted on an NFL roster for years, and he started a game even a year ago. Tim Boyle.
Tim Boyle.
He is terrible. He's the worst player I've ever seen. I don't know how you had 1 touchdown pass to 13 interceptions in college, but he made the NFL somehow. He kept going. Tim Boyle, man. He's terrible. But this man made millions. Tim Boyle, I got to give the man a shout out for how bad he is. He's set for life. If you want to not be successful at all in your career, just be like Tim Boyle, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Yeah.
My last one. One of the best football players I've ever seen in my life. But he was a punter. Who am I talking about, Kerry?
Zoltan Nesko, bro.
Shane Leckler.
He lasted a long time.
He was so good, and the Raiders were so bad, so they needed a good punter. But the last one on my list is Shane Leckler.
Shane Leckler. That's very random. I like it.
I do too. That's all I got, man. That's my 11 or 12 or whatever it is.
Dan, I think we can make this an hour and 40 podcast. Let's keep thinking for the last 10 minutes. Thoughts?
Yeah, sure.
Who's a random running back you can think of right now?
Ronnie Brown. Peyton Hillis.
I thought about Peyton Hillis for some reason.
Bilal Powell.
Dude, do you know who's the guy? What are your thoughts on Quincy Enunwa?
That's a good one.
Let's see. Who else can we got? Ryan Anderson. Fuck him.
That's the basketball player.
No, Ryan Anderson. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, the guy for the Houston.
For the Pelicans, Derek Anderson's the QB.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Duke Johnson. Miami legend right there.
Dude, let's give. You got any predictions for the rest of the NFL season?
Nothing.
I want to finish this episode at 1:40. I want to give us 6 good minutes left.
Gotcha.
If Wembanyama doesn't have one more rebound, I'm going to kill myself live on air.
Okay. He should. He's 7'5". He should have.
There's 6 minutes left in the game. I need one more rebound.
He should.
He should, but that doesn't mean he will, man.
He's going to be out at that 3-point line waiting for his shot.
He's going to sit out, and I'm going to kill myself live on air.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right.
I don't know if we're going to last to 140, man. I got some stuff hitting my butthole.
We got 6 minutes left, man.
We're going to try it out. We're going to try it out.
We're only got 6 minutes left on this.
I had some hot sauce for dinner tonight.
Duke Johnson, man.
Duke Johnson's a good one. Miami legend.
Yeah. All right. 6 minutes. 5 minutes left. I want to hear your thoughts on our fantasy football matchup this week and then the playoff race between.
So our fantasy football matchup, I think I got you, bro. My team is way better. Unfortunately, But
Kittle getting hurt is a big L.
yeah, usually when it's like that though, it's when it's like it's fantasy is unpredictable, bro. Like so many people last week scored a touchdown that don't normally like. So I feel like fantasy could go either way. That's why I really want it. And I was talking to Sherp about this last night. I was saying if Kaylee would have beat you, then I would have won the money because Kaylee didn't pay. So I actually
Your
got to
team
fight for my
sucks.
week.
My team is kind of a met, but like my top four, bro. Jacoby Brissett versus Cincinnati.
You know, starting Derek Anderson is a lot like starting Jacoby Brissett, but that's a really good matchup.
But for Cincinnati,
Yeah, that's a really good match. I mean, I bet McBride crazy this week.
I'm scared about wide receiver. Do you have any waiver claims in, bro?
Maybe. No,
You don't want to say it live on the podcast?
I actually have complete honesty. I don't. I'm gonna start who's already on my team. I have the defense already. I have Brandon Aubrey. I'm starting who's on my team.
You have an insane wide receiver duo right now.
I did last year too.
My receiver, Marvin Harrison scares me. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's one in one way or the other.
He played like 14 snaps last week. That's kind of scary.
It's scary.
All right, you seem cooked, so I guess we're not going to hit the 140.
Huh?
You seem cooked, so I guess we won't hit 140.
I got a shit, man. I got a shit.
All right, you want to give up then?
After I tell everybody to follow us on X/Twitter/
Are you going to give out that card? Just one of those like two people that replied.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to Dylan Sherping. I'm gonna send it to Sherpy.
It doesn't he work for you?
What?
That guy?
Sherp.
Shouldn't
Right
you give it to that Mexican guy?
Lad McConkey, rookie patch.
What about that?
Give it away next episode. This is a Trey McBride numbered to 99, and he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go crazy this week against Cincy.
What about that Mexican guy?
What Mexican guy?
That guy that's sitting him in here says some Spanish stuff.
Oh, Feliz Navidad?
Give it to him, man.
Nah, we gonna give it to my guy Sherp.
He works with you.
No, he doesn't.
He easily does.
Sherp, do you work with me? No.
Bro, easily works with you.
It's. I'm gonna put it in a randomizer, and then it's gonna be like the 5 people who put it in the chat, and I'm gonna put them in a randomizer.
Darn, man.
Totally. Gary,
Right.
give me one piece of advice that that everybody could take home.
Hey, man, I will give you one good advice. Probably don't text your ex-girlfriend because she's not going to respond back to you.
Okay.
Unless she's Trevor's ex-girlfriend, which she'll probably respond back to you, but she'll call you a bunch of slurs, but that's not a good thing to deal with.
You never. The exes is tricky. Exes are tricky.
That is true, man. That is true.
You never know until you know, and then at that point it's too late. But my advice: just give all your love to stray cats.
Why the fuck is Wembanyama coming out? God.
It's been real. We'll see you next week. We'll be here with Zach. Wembanyama will get that rebound. It is always the year of
That
the year.
pisses me the fuck off, man.
Sure. I'll see you in the chat soon, brother.
Yeah, he's on your. All right.
He's in the chat.